All right, hello and welcome. Brett here with clickmill.co. So after we are clear on our vision and we can filter out so much noise by just saying, is this aligned with the vision? And if it's not, just cutting it out. After that, and we're seeing growth and we're seeing blessing, we're still going to have more than we can handle in many cases. So the vision's going to do the first layer of filtering, and then we're going to come into a second layer of reasoning here to filter out opportunities that God does not have for us. Okay. And so the second thing we might say is God provides where he guides, and vice versa. He guides where he provides. Okay. So the goal of this way to reduce load and to reduce noise from our life and our ministry so we can sustain large loads over time without burning out is we're going to look at data. We're going to see where God is providing to understand where he's guiding the ministry so we can further cut and prune the things that we're working on, whether it's a business or a ministry. So the first thing that we're going to do in this process is we're going to gather feedback. And feedback is an essential part of any business, any ministry, any family. If you don't have feedback, you don't know what's happening in reality. And so for an example, if we have a car, we'll say a Tesla, and it has auto driving features, and that auto driving feature says turn on and drive straight. Well, that is awesome, just so long as the road stays straight. And as soon as that road turns because there's a cliff and we have no feedback mechanisms looking at the road, where does the car go? The road turns and the car just keeps going straight right off the cliff. And this is what happens in so many ministries and so many businesses is we just keep allocating resources and giving our time and giving the money in the ministry or the business and putting people on tasks that are going right off the cliff. The road turned. We didn't know the road turned because we're not getting feedback from what's happening outside. And we just run it right off a cliff. And so we want to be gathering feedback in this analogy outside of the car. We need to put cameras outside the car to watch those little lines on the road. And when they start to move, what do they say? Oh, hey, guys, reality is moving. The road is turning. Turn the wheel. And then that goes back in and it says drive straight until the cameras say turn the wheel and then turn the wheel at that angle. And now what happens now? The road is turning, we're getting feedback from the sensors, and then the car is turning with the road. We have to have feedback built into our businesses and our ministries. Okay, so how do we put feedback mechanisms in place? Well, this could be doing surveys of your congregation. This could be putting an anonymous forum in place for staff at your business. It could be having a meeting with the executive team to get all of their feedback and see what's working and what's not working. It could be analytic data that measures website performance, or it could be financial data measuring the financial health of your business or your ministry. All of these are sources of data that will tell you what is fruitful and what is not fruitful. So the first part of reducing load through data is to first put the data capturing mechanisms in place. If you don't know what the congregation is thinking, you need to know what they're thinking. So you need to create a survey and you need to prioritize it and make sure you have people filling it out, even if you have to go to them one at a time and ask them for it. If we're having morale issues on the team, we need to understand why, and we need to incentivize the team to be communicating honestly and clearly. If we are having financial issues, we need to be setting up data and financial reports coming out of our bookkeeping softwares to assess where the problems are originating. So the first step in reducing load through understanding the data that we have is to first gather the data and to set up the systems to gather the data. Now, we're not going to get hyper into how to do this because obviously there are a wide range of places we can gather data from, whether it's financial or digital analytics or in-person form filling. There's a lot of places we can do this that we'll talk about in other other courses and other videos. But for now, we're just saying we need to put the systems in place to gather data. In the next video, we're going to talk about what to do with that data. We'll see you there. God bless.